Fabulous. So February, and we're kicking off. Quite looking forward to these. Looking at the voice inside your head, and who notices it? It's something that is every day for everybody. It's pretty ordinary, and yet quite often we rarely question it or kind of look at it. And that's the fact that most of us live inside a constant stream of commentary, a voice that talks. It comments, it narrates, it rehearses, it judges, it plans. It's that voice that goes, God, I wish I'd said that to that person. And it's there all the time. And tonight is, with meditation, we can often look at like stilling that process or kind of stepping away from that. So we have that. But tonight's not actually about stopping that voice. It's not about calming the mind, not about silencing thought. Instead, we're going to do something much simpler and we're going to watch it. We're going to watch that voice, that thought, not analyze it, not try to improve it or silence it, just noticing how that inner voice behaves and noticing something else that's already here. It's nothing like ambiguity at the beginning of a workshop. I'm going to emphasize this. There is nothing to get right tonight. Whatever happens is exactly what needs to happen tonight. But there's nothing to get right, nor nothing to get wrong. So we'll begin by just relaxing a bit, putting the day behind us, settling into ourselves. So we'll begin just sitting or lying comfortably wherever you're at. And you can have your eyes open to experience the best of this tonight, or you can have your eyes closed to experience the best of this tonight. Both is fine. I mean, I don't know about one eye open, one eye closed. Maybe. So as you're sitting there, just take a nice deep breath in. Just notice how your body feels. Notice the support beneath you, whatever you're lying or sitting on. And just notice your breathing, just continuing all by itself. There's nothing to do. Just notice. And now, without trying to do anything, change anything, I invite you to simply notice the next thought that appears. You don't need to go looking for it. There, Well, thoughts are very good at finding you. Notice that a thought appears, then another, and another. Some are words, some may be images, some are fragments, others are just notice. It may even be that you're looking for, no, trying to notice those thoughts. And because it's on the spot and I've got to notice my thoughts, suddenly there aren't any, and you find yourself going, can't find any. That's a thought. And there's no need to follow the thought and no need to stop it. Just become aware that thinking is happening. And whether your eyes are open or closed, just keep noticing that you are thinking. So I share something with you. That voice you are noticing has a particular job. It narrates your experience. It may explain what is happening or what is not happening. And more often than not, it comments on what you're already aware of. Things like you go outside, it's frosty and snowy, and you feel cold. And the voice goes, "Oh, it's cold. Feels cold out here." I mean, that's not much use, really, is it? I mean, what use does that do? You already know because you can feel it for yourself. But the voice notices you notice something, and then that voice describes it. You see, it often speaks as if it's trying to help you, even if sometimes that voice can be quite negative. And kind of in its own way, it is trying to help. That voice that narrates, that talks. You walk into a room, oh yeah, look what they're wearing. Oh, I wonder what this is going to be like. Oh, don't like the atmosphere in here. Oh, I wonder what beer I'm going to drink tonight. Oh, I really didn't like that music. Oh, I really like this music. You already know that you like it or not. The voice just emphasizes it, trying to create coherence. It's trying to make sense of things. It's trying to give you a feeling of control. And if you watch it carefully, just observe it, notice it, you may become aware of something else. That voice is not always right. That voice also doesn't stop when it's wrong. It'll just change direction and then it keeps talking. I bet the meal's going to be late. And then the waiter brings it out a moment later and it's been really quite prompt. Does that voice go, oh, better shut up? No. It goes, oh, look, that was nice and prompt. Well, you know it was because it's already there. It looks hot. Ooh, tasty though. I bet it's fresh from the oven. So let's stay with this a little longer. I want you to notice what the voice says next. Maybe it's commenting on the exercise, on what we're doing, wondering if it's working, judging how you're doing. In a workshop where there's nothing to do, just notice. And you may notice something quietly amusing. That voice can often take both sides of the conversation. One part says, "Oh yeah, this is interesting," and the other goes, "Well, it's a bit pointless, really." Oh my God, really must go and get those jobs done. And the other part goes, yeah, but I'd like to just be here and relax. That voice doesn't care which side it takes, just as long as it keeps talking. And yet, something is noticing all of this. Recording again. Don't want to forget that. So it's important, I guess, to make this clear. That voice, even though sometimes it can be throwing up kind of real opposites and sometimes stuff that, can be critical, or it can be, oh, you did well today, or, it can go anyway, but it's not the enemy. This voice exists because reality is really, really intense. Reality is so intense. Forget all the everyday stuff we're having to deal with. In any one moment, the amount of information that our minds and are being bombarded with through our senses is phenomenal. I can't remember the figure, but it's a big number. So reality is intense. And our minds learn to buffer experiences, to filter experiences with words. Talking, that voice, can create a sense of distance. Narration creates familiarity. And when we can sit back a little bit and go, well, I wouldn't have done it that way, or, oh, well, I'm not sure about this, or I'm not sure about that, that judgment creates a feeling of control. And I know I haven't said this for a while, but the only thing we truly have control of is what's going on in here and in here, our thoughts and how we're feeling. So that inner voice is a protection mechanism. It's there to try and make this chaotic bombardment of existence something that we feel like we're more in control of. It's not a mistake. It's there to protect us. One of the difficulties arises, though, when we make the mistake of thinking that that voice is who we are. So if you've got that voice and it's always quite critical and judgment of everything, down on everything, the mistake would be to think you are somebody who is critical, down on everything. The other way around of that, of course, is if you have a mind that's always full of la 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 and life's amazing, and you mistake yourself for being that person. The difficulty begins when the voice is mistaken for who you are. So I'm going to invite you to just close your eyes again. I made a presupposition there that everybody closed their eyes last time, but I invite you to. And so now, very gently, just notice a thought as it arises. even if it is, I've got no thoughts. It's a thought. It arose. And maybe within the pause, within the silence, more than one thought arose, in which case, notice those too. And as you're noticing those thoughts arise, you can begin to notice that you are aware of that thought. You are aware of that thought. And so now notice the awareness that is noticing the thought. Notice the awareness that is noticing the thought. Notice the awareness. You don't need to define it. Don't even need to locate it. Just rest as the noticing. And thoughts may continue. That's fine. They can move, they can come and go. And awareness stays. And you may realize that the one who notices does not speak. The one who notices does not speak. Does not comment. Does not explain. It simply knows. So just sit with that knowing. So as we begin to gently return, the voice will keep talking. It's not a problem. But something subtle may have shifted. The voice can be heard without being obeyed. Thoughts can arise without being believed. The same voice that once created tension can now become a reminder to return back to noticing. And so over the coming week, there's just one little simple experiment I'm going to ask you to have a go at. Once a day, notice the voice speaking and just silently acknowledge thinking is happening. Thinking is happening. Nothing else to do, nothing to fix. You don't need to get rid of the voice to live freely. You just need to know who's listening. As you begin to realize that as you return back now, when you're ready to step into that new awareness, then you can become aware of the room about you, your body. And when you're fully ready now that's right, then you can open your eyes, be here now, and pop your cameras on. Back here, back now. Anne and Fiona are back.